Welcome back. In our Sunday Spotlight, a young woman from Connecticut who recently became a recipient of the Diana Award, named after Princess Diana. It's all for an app she developed called DETICKT It. The purpose, to identify the types of ticks people find and alert them about the risk they carry, the risk from diseases that they may carry. That's what I'm trying to say. Antonia Kolb is the inventor. She's from New Canaan, and she joins us now via Zoom. Antonia, thank you so much for being with us. I want to start with the app. So tell me about this app. What does it exactly do?
Yes, thank you so much for having me. So basically with the app, a user, if they find a tick on themselves or maybe their pet, they'll take a photo using the app and then from there detect it using an advanced AI algorithm. It'll identify the species of ticks. It can identify the 10 most disease-causing species in the United States. And then it'll also, after identifying the tick species, it'll be able to actually assess the risk that the tick could potentially carry. And this is based on the user's exact geographic location, so that if a user is bitten or maybe their pet is bitten, they can then find out what essential medical aid is needed to prevent any long-term ailments. And that's how the app works. And it has 3,000 downloads and it's on the App Store.
We're showing some pictures of it so our viewers can get an idea what they could get if they do download it. It's super cool stuff. And I know I grew up in East Lyme, so every doctor I went to my entire life said, oh, is that where Lyme disease is from? As someone who grew up in Connecticut, you're from New Canaan. How did you come up with the idea for ticks for an app? It was from your childhood, right? You were always worrying about it?
No, that's a great question. And actually, 3 years ago, I was diagnosed with Babesia and Bartonella, which are two more rare tick-borne diseases. And so normally over the summers, I love to sail. And that summer, it was also COVID at that point. And so I couldn't sail because of the antibiotic treatment that I was on, because it took around a year because it was misdiagnosed due to the rarity of it. And so I decided to take this research course, but it also had an emphasis on AI and advanced algorithms. And so at the end of the course, the idea was to create your own project. And so I was receiving treatment at the time for my tick-borne diseases. And so I knew I wanted to do something related to tick-borne diseases. I didn't know what at the time, but I knew that I wanted to somehow use AI and apply it to help with tick-borne diseases and diagnosis potentially. And so I remember being part of this course, and most of the projects were bioinformatics focused. And so a lot of them focused on cancer. And so I went to my mentor, because everyone was assigned a mentor, and I said, I want to do this project on ticks. And he was like, why do you want to do research on ticks? Who cares about them? He wasn't from Connecticut, so he didn't have, the childhood of everyone knows about ticks. And so I was like, no, I really want to do this. And so from there, I just had that drive that I really wanted to pursue this, because this whole project, it started as coming from a personal issue, but then, through science fair competitions and publications, and then ultimately this amazing Diana Award, I've just seen that it's become this larger mission of raising awareness for tick-borne diseases. And so from that moment, I knew that I wanted to help in some capacity. And so I really was interested in AI. I always have been interested in computer science and AI. And so I decided to, somehow basically create a way to identify a tick, because what I read in literature and after researching a ton was that it really does depend on the location that the tick is found. And also, I remember, I have an adorable dog and he is the biggest tick magnet. And sometimes I used to just take ticks off of him, and they're so microscopic, they're so tiny. You
Yep.
can't, the human eye can't always tell which tick is which tick.
Well, and that's,
But
and
what I
that's the
found,
beauty. That's the beauty of the app, right? So you can upload it and see some more information. I don't want to run out of time without talking about the big award, because it's a huge deal. The Diana Award. It's been around since 1999. Princess Diana is its namesake. 200 recipients around the world, 34 in the U.S. What's it like finding out that you won this award, and then you get the letter of congratulations from Prince William? Tell me about that process.
yeah, no. So, this is just an incredible award and kind of just sums up all the research that I've done just to help raise awareness for tick-borne diseases. And if you look at some of the Diana Award recipients this year, they are insanely incredibly talented. And I mean, their impact, you can just see the impact. And so to even be listed among them was one of the most rewarding experiences.
Well, you
So
you
it was
talk about
incredible.
them being incredibly talented. I only know one Diana Award winner. It's you, and you appear quite incredibly talented to me. So you're from New Canaan. You went to the King School in Stanford. You're now at Harvard studying environmental science, engineering, and economics. Pretty impressive stuff. We have less than a minute left, but I just want to have you leave our viewers with this. If somebody's watching this, maybe a young person, they have an idea, is there some lesson that they can take from your story and this big award?
No, for sure. And again, as I said, this started as this personal issue that I had. I didn't think that it would culminate to, the Diana Award or even receiving this letter from Prince William, which was beyond incredible. And I would also say that, science is a collaborative process. It's going to take iterations. Feedback is also what drives this entire process. And so through one of the most rewarding experiences creating this app was getting to the user base, but also just receiving from users that they had utility in this and that they were benefiting from this in some way was just so rewarding. And to even have some impact in another person's life was beyond rewarding. So
Yeah.
if you have something that you're passionate about, just go for it because you never know where it can amount to.
Well, it's really amounted to a lot here, not only the big award, but hopefully our viewers will be interested and go get the DETICKT It app and they can find it themselves. We really appreciate you being with us. Antonia, Kolb, we're going to write the name down because you're going to do big things in the future and everybody heard it here first. Thank you so much for being with us and congratulations again on the big award.
Thank you so much.
To learn more about Antonia's app, head to her website, DETICKT.com. You see it there, DETICKT.com, I should say, or go to the Apple Store and download it to your phone, tablet, or computer.